For many sprang pieces, you want to squeeze in as many rows as you can at the middle. This is sometimes difficult to do. It gets to where there's not enough room for your fingers, let alone working. I think I've got a solution for you. I'm going to use this tool here. It's got a hook at one end and an eyelet at the other end. And I'm also going to use a knitting needle. Now, I'm going to remove these extra safety strings from my work, leaving in the very last one, and I'm going to remove the chopstick, living dangerously here. I take my knitting needle and I slide the knitting needle along the safety string, and I'm going to pick up 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe six of these threads at the edge, and I'm going to work from the knitting needle to this crochet hook. I've got 6 threads on my knitting needle here, and it's far easier to work just these threads, not all of them, and you're going to see how I'm going to work these down towards the middle. All right, the bead is up. That means I start with an overplate row. Pick up one, put one down. 2, 3, 4. I can work 5 stitches on these 6 threads. There's the 5 stitches. The last stitch is always pick up one, put 2 down. And I'm going to slide now my knitting needle in to replace the crochet hook, and I remove the crochet hook. Now I have a knitting needle with 5 threads there. These 5 threads, the bead is down, so I start with a edge stitch, pick up 2, put 1 down, and I'm going to work on these stitches. 2, 3, 4. Here's the 4th stitch right here. Pick up, and these 2 go down. Now once again, I put my knitting needle in and I remove the crochet hook, and I'm going to work on these 5 threads. The bead is up, so it's an overplate row. Pick up from the back, put down 1, 2, 3, and pick up 1, put 2 down. That's 4 stitches on those 5 threads. And you can see this diagonal kind of line that's developing. Each row we do 1 fewer stitch, and let's see how far we can go. I think I can get another row in here. The bead is down, so I work a plate row, start with this edge stitch, pick up 2, and put 1 down, and then another stitch, 2 more stitches there, I think. 1, put that down, pick up and put down. Okay, you see that diagonal line in the cloth that I've made there? That's what we're going for. And now I'm going to put this safety string into the hole of the eyelet there, and I can pull that on through. I've got a couple of stitches there, work to the very middle, and there's this diagonal line here. Short little rows, each row a bit shorter than the one before. Now I identify a few more stitches. I'm going to slide my knitting needle along the safety string here and pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6 of these threads here. And yes, I've got 6 threads, and on these 6 threads I'm going to work 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I work 5 stitches, and they're now on the crochet hook. See, there they are. I'm going to now slide the stitches onto my knitting needle and remove the crochet hook. And now what I need to do, I need to pick up this thread here from the right. I need to pick up to incorporate along that diagonal line. Once again, I'm starting out with 6 threads on that knitting needle because I added this one. And I'm going to work 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's number 5. I work the 5th stitch, always working 5 stitches, that diagonal line there, push down, I slide those 5 threads onto my knitting needle, and I look for the 6th one. I pick up the 6th one right here, so there it is, always have 6 on my knitting needle to work 5 stitches. So there's the 6, and I'm going to work 5 stitches under the crochet hook. 1, 2, there it is, 3, 4, and 5. That's that row. I slide my knitting needle in again, and I take out the crochet hook. Now let's see, are we done yet? Well, now if you look and see right here, here's the last stitch on the safety string, and there's 2 threads to the left of that. Yeah, one of those is a thread I'm going to pick up for this final row. So I've got 6 threads on my knitting needle, and I'll work 5 stitches onto the crochet hook. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. And I think that's as many as I need to work. Yep, I can see the row. Those diagonal lines go all the way straight across. Yep, we are up to evens here. I'm going to pull the safety string through, and I've added to the stitches that are worked to the middle. You see the stitches collecting up on the new safety line and that diagonal line along the edge of the cloth. Once again, I slide my knitting needle along that safety string, picking up threads here. If I always pick up the same number, then it's easy to remember. I've got the safety in the eyelet, and I'm going to work on these 6 threads. I'm going to make 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here's the 5th stitch. There we go, 5. And I mash that down. I slide my knitting needle in along where the crochet hook is, and I take the crochet hook out, and I pick up this 6th thread. I work 5 stitches right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Mash down, slide my knitting needle in, take out the crochet hook, and I'm going to find the extra thread here. So I always have 6. Work 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 stitches. Here's the 5th stitch. 5, mash down, slide the knitting needle in, and I can always tell, am I done yet? No, I think there's one more. Pick up this thread here. That's a 6th thread, and I work 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 stitches. Then I look and see. Yeah, it looks like it's even all the way across. So I pull my safety line through. There you go, and I've added to the done stitches. So I work the stitches in small, manageable groups all the way to the other side. Doesn't matter how wide it is. This technique works really well. So I've worked my way across, and now I've got just a few threads left. I'm going to slide my knitting needle in here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 threads here, and I'm going to work 5 stitches. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 stitches. I slide my knitting needle in, and I pick up this thread. So now I've got 6 threads, and I'm going to work 5 stitches because that last one is a left edge stitch. 3, 4, and this last stitch is pick up 1, put 2 down because it's an edge stitch. There's the bead. Yep. Okay, I slide my knitting needle in. I pick up this thread. I've now got 6 threads, and I'm going to work 6 stitches all the way over to the end. All the way. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There you go. To fill in that diagonal space, I need to have 1 more thread each time I start a row. Now I've got 7 threads here, and I'm going to work 6 stitches because the last one's going to be a left edge stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6 is a left edge stitch. Now, looking at it, I hope you can see how the row lines up all the way across. Looks like we're done. You see, you can work across a very wide piece in simple, easy bunches. I'm going to put the safety string through, and there it is. No need to fear finishing extra wide pieces. For more information and lots more tips, visit SprangLady.com.